by the river brings back another town. It's colder than you remember, warming now to the wine. And the wind blows cold across the water. It's cutting through you like a knife. Turn, turn, face the fire. Turn, turn, face your life. There's a darkness closing around the fire, forming out circles of light. Flames reaching ever higher. Sparks right out into the night. And the wind blows cold across the water. And it's cutting through you like a knife. Turn, turn, face the fire. Turn, turn, face your life. Well, there's an old man sitting down by the fire. He's wrinkled and the gray hair flows. Touches something inside you. He's seeking, oh Lord, to pay your toll. And the wind blows cold across the water. And it's cutting through you like a knife. Turn, turn, face the fire. Turn, turn, face your life. Turn, turn, face the fire. Turn, turn, face your life.
Whoops. Sorry about that shit. Didn't mean to jam you guys up with a little feedback there. I forgot to turn my speakers in the house down. My bad. All right. I'm back. 2 weeks in a row. That's got to be some kind of record over the last month or so, 2 months. We're doing all right, though. Got a live studio audience, so you guys behave yourselves out there. You hear? Okay. Let's get this call going here. I doubt that Charlie's going to answer because I didn't give him a heads up that the show's on, but I can go over and do that real quick. Lance just messaged me anyway. Where you at, David? Dave's supposed to be answering. There he is. What's up, Dave?
What's up, Jimmy?
Lance said he'd add in a little bit. He's busy doing stuff. How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. Man.
Oh, shit, I got you turned way down. No wonder you sounded like you were weak. All right, try it again.
How's that?
There we go. Sounds better. Yeah, like I said, Lance said he'd add in here in a little bit. I'm going to go over and hit Charlie up just to see if he might want to add in here. How's everything going up north? You're getting all cold and shit already, man. What's up with that?
I know.
Where you at, Charlie? There he is. So the boy's driving. You got to give everybody the heads up on that. Anybody that hasn't seen it, the posts on Facebook and whatever. I mean, if anybody's within 1,000 nautical miles of North Dakota, they need to be careful now because there's another teenager on the road that has their license. Take it away, Dave.
He got his license the very first time. I was impressed, man. It's happy, but it's sad when you see your kids growing up, man.
I've never had no kids, so I couldn't even,
The deal is this, I'm happy he got his license, but at the same time, I'm very scared, you know?
I can imagine.
The first time when he takes off by himself, like I told you, the state gave him his license, but I haven't gave him his license yet, and I told him until he leaves for college the end of next month, he's not going anywhere in that car without me.
Right. Why'd he wait so long to get it? Why didn't
he made a serious mistake the other day, and I talked to you about it. There's 3 lanes of traffic, and we come up, and the third lane, as you go, veers off to get onto the interstate, and you got a left turn signal there. And, of course, the other 2 lanes, you go straight, and they both got their own lights, and he was looking at the other ones. Those were green. And he's getting ready to turn left, crossing over 2 lanes of traffic that was getting ready to take off and go because they were just getting the green. And I'm yelling, "Stop, dude, stop." He's like, "Why? It's green." I said, "Bullshit, those other 2 lights are green for them to go straight." I said, "This is your light, dude, and it's fucking as red as can be."
Mm-hmm.
And if he wouldn't have listened to me, he would have drove right in the front of 2 lanes of traffic getting ready to take off.
That's scary as fuck, dude.
And then we're heading on we're getting on the entrance ramp to the highway. I'm like, you're heading for the highway, don't you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, speed up, dude. You're going 30 miles an hour. You're going to get fucking smoked. So even though the state gave him his license, I haven't approved it yet, and he needs some more practice, unfortunately. And most teen drivers do. The state will give a teen a license by taking them around the block 2 times and having them do a little bit of this and that. But other than that, that doesn't mean that they know how to drive.
Right.
They just don't. And I'm not saying, there's people that's had their license 30 years that still don't know how to drive. And I mean, there wouldn't be any wrecks if people knew how to drive. If everybody was so cautious, there wouldn't be a wreck anywhere. I mean, I can actually say this. I've been driving since I've been 16. I'm 52 now. I've never been pulled over once. I've been in 2 or 3 accidents, and none of them were my fault. And so I'm pretty proud of my track record. And I tell my son that. I said, "Listen to me, dude." I said, I'm going to try. I'm trying to keep you alive here.
Right.
That's what most kids don't understand when they get their license. It's not a goddamn game, man. Once you get in that car, it's called survival.
Right.
And the further you drive and the longer you're on the road, the chances are going up that you're not going to come home alive. That are fucked up in the hospital somewhere. I try to spend as little time as possible on the road myself because I know that the more you drive, you're up in the chances of being in a wreck.
And not even just the fact that you could, destroy your own vehicle or hurt yourself or, whatever, but the fact that you're running a 3,000 to 4,000 pound vehicle down the road that can destroy other people too. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like that story I told you the other day about my son's best friend, 15 years old, killed his dad, killed his lady in the other car, killed her 5-year-old daughter, and the 4-year-old's in the hospital, and one leg's going to be shorter than the other because where it got broke is at the growth plate. And this kid's got to live, 15-year-old kid's got to live the rest of his life knowing he made an accident that killed his dad, killed the lady, killed the child. He's got to live with that the rest of his life.
Yep. Hey, JR, have you got a helicopter idling in the background there or something? It's awful noisy, maybe.
Me?
Yeah, you.
It's only better.
That's much better. There we go. That's better. That's better. Hi, JR. How's shit across the pond?
Hello. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Long time no speak.
Yeah,
too long time no speak.
Well, life gets in the way sometimes,
Exactly, I know. I understand. But anyway, it's nice to address you again. Hello, Dave, and hello.
What's up, J. Rod?
How are you doing anyway? By the way, Dave.
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing as good as always, man.
How's your paint going?
Yeah, it's still there. I just don't talk about it as much as I used to. It serves no purpose fucking dwelling on it.
Right.
True. Learn to cope with it.
I had some people ask me about it today, so I posted a picture, man, on Facebook and just showed everybody it's still there.
Your pinky's looking pretty rough, dude. The way it's all crinkled around and shit. That's got to be trying to grip something.
Yeah, dude. It hurts. Just grabbing a fork, the sensitivity just makes me it's like a knife cutting through my hand.
That's rheumatoid arthritis,
It's complex regional pain syndrome, but it's also from a neck surgery, and it's also from having fucking those fucking tumors.
Yep, the lymphatic cancer.
Basically the insulation of my nerves have been eaten away, and they're still getting eaten away, and they can't stop it. And like I said, it's already spread up my right hand, right arm, left hand, down to my right big toe now. Right now, the VA pretty much said, we can't do much for you, so they've been sending me to a pain psychologist for the past 2 months.
A pain?
How to deal with the pain.
A pain psychologist.
Well,
fuck.
But
I wonder what kind of hourly rate that fucking guy gets.
Well, I'll say this for him. We end up talking more about sports and news and everything else than pain. We talk about me for about
trying to
5
keep your
minutes.
mind off of it. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Well, the deal is, this is the way you got to look at the VA. They're building a big profile on me with this dude because I told him I wanted to kill myself.
Oh shit.
And so they sent me immediately to this doctor.
Dude, they'll come take your guns and shit, man.
I don't even care about it because I was ready to kill myself.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm being honest. I hid this from a lot of people, and I talk about it openly now. I was looking at a beam in my garage, throwing the rope over, ready to go. And I got up, and I stopped. Started fucking crying, got on the phone, and I got help. And I just told him, I said, if I got to live with this pain the rest of my life, I'm not going to make it. And I said, I'm not. And I said, I don't want to make it. I said, I'm only 52 years old, and if I live another 30 years with this fucking pain, I'm not going to make it. And that's the state I was. But now I feel a lot better about myself. This dude has helped me along. And I feel a lot better. I really, truly do. But I also know what their government's building on me. And he cusses like me and everything in the room, but I know he's playing down to my level to get as much information as he can out of me. And I've given him a lot, and I just don't care anymore. I was more worried about, for the longest time, I didn't want to get help because of the gun issue. But now I'm like, I've got a wife and kids, and I want to kill myself? Fuck this gun. I don't need it.
There's more to life than guns. And also, Dave, when you're at your lowest, you're at your strongest. And that's a fact.
Like I said, I feel a lot better. I've been seeing this dude for over 2 months now. And, he's like, I consider him a friend. I know he works for the government, and I don't trust everything he does and says, but I know he helped save my fucking life, man. I know he did.
I'm glad you found him,
dude. A lot of praying and a lot of spiritual stuff. I've been meditating every morning now for the past 2 months. I haven't watched CNN, Fox, any of the mainstream news in over 2 months. I haven't done it. You know, I still follow my news on Twitter, and I'm a news junkie like I told him. He said, there's nothing wrong with that, dude, as long as it doesn't make you so depressed you're going to jump off a bridge. You know, but I don't hide it anymore. I had real issues going on, and I was ready to end it. I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about my wife or kids, my mom, dad, brother,
Dave,
anybody I knew online. I didn't give a fuck anymore.
I'm pleased you're feeling better anyway. Okay. And who is the other friend we've got with us?
I'm glad that you found that cat. I really am. I'm glad they put you in touch with him, man.
I called. I made it myself. After I threw that rope across the beam of my garage, and I sat there, and my whole 52 years of my life was just flashing through my fucking mind. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know, and life hasn't been that great. I've caused a lot of it, you know, but even before this pain. And you learn to eat the mistakes you've made in life, and you've got to learn to live with them. And I've made some horrible mistakes, stuff that I'm even embarrassed to even make publicly known, and I won't make publicly known. And I'm lucky I'm here right now with the woman, with my kids, because for the longest time I didn't care. I was going through life not giving a fuck. You know, until I met my wife in 1999, I did not care about a fucking thing. I wasn't thinking about dying at the time, but I didn't care if I died, and I didn't care if I hurt anybody else. I didn't give a fuck about the drugs I did, about the alcohol I drank, about the drug dealers I ran around with, about people I seen get fucking fucked up. I didn't care about any of that at the time. You know, I was running around with a group of fucking Mexicans.
You don't.
You know, drug dealers, big ones. Big ones. One of them got knocked off by a hit from a guy from California. At a party, got a knife driven right through his eye, right in front of me. I seen that stuff.
So have I.
You know, life is hard, and it's just how much, like the psychologist tells me, you can't kill yourself over past mistakes, and you can't kill yourself over future mistakes. You just got to keep living, man.
Mercy, man.
I've done some fucked up shit, man, and shit I'm not proud of. And then I got this, you know, this cancer and this pain and the neck surgery on top of everything else that I was trying to deal with in life. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm done, man. I'm done. If you're not going to take me naturally, Lord, I'll just do it for you.
No, you're not done yet.
No, I'm not done yet. I've got a lot of living left, man.
Yep. Hey, Charlie, what's up with you, man?
I'm not saying this for anybody to feel sorry about me. I'm just saying if there's anybody out there listening, if there's anybody out there listening dealing with depression, get help. It does work. Get help.
Dave, I've been dealing with depression for about 25 years, and I've been an agoraphobic for 20 years. Tonight, second time. I've been out, okay, in 20 years, okay. I've been socialising again tonight, and it wasn't my fault. It was my mum and dad that made me go out. Okay, we went to a public house, or a pub, and I had a few pints. Yeah, enjoyed it. It was good. It's nice, and I observed people. What I like to do is go out and observe people and see how they work and how they move. And the best place to go to observe the human race is, I found out, is to a public house, you know, to a pub or a bar in America, because people are different than when they're walking out normally. Okay, and who is the person next to Dave in the sky? Who is the other guest?
Charlie Urbanczyk.
Charlie?
Hey. I stubbed my pinky.
Charlie.
I stubbed my pinky toe once, if that means anything.
Oh, Jim Bunny, mate, how are you, buddy?
Good.
One of my good friends shot my pinky toe off.
I know. With a dull
What are
knife,
you doing down there?
Sake. Shit.
Long time no speak, Charlie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Lance is supposed to add in here too, so then we'll have a hell of a party.
It's the old posse back again, isn't it?
What?
I guess, yeah.
It's the old posse back again, isn't it?
It is. We're just missing Lori.
Oh, he said posse. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I was missing that for a minute.
You gotta calm down there, Jimmy boy.
No. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, that's funny.
So
Jimmy's like, what?
So Charlie, I got to ask you, man. I'm glad that you added in on this show, because on the last show we were talking about some ballistic stuff and and how it was completely fucking impossible. And have you followed up on any of that?
I haven't.
No?
haven't.
Well, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. I'm not going to get all over you. You know, I didn't send you a memo. I didn't tell you to prep for the show or anything. So I'm not gonna bitch. We just both know that that's completely impossible.
It's silliness.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. And if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, you go to last week's show and click on that. And I think somewhere around the 35 or 40 minute mark is when we started into that. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Dave.
Yeah.
Can I just say, is it okay if I just say to Dave, Luke, keep your chin up?
no, you can't say it.
Nope.
You can't say it.
Nope.
Okay, no, please, I'm just saying to Dave,
you're done.
keep your chin
That's
up
it.
and you'll be alright. Okay, lad? Tempo.
Oh yeah, it's up, man. I said I feel a lot better, man. Life's worth living now.
Oh,
Keep your chin
absolutely.
up and a stiff upper lip, lad. Come on.
You know.
There you go, from across the pond, telling you how that cow eats the
Tempo.
cabbage.
Yep.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Still pays for the Queen's castles, but yeah, he's good at giving advice.
Oh dear, here we go. Verbal noogies.
I'm not going to say
Handing
anything.
them out like candy.
I'm not going to say anything. I know. I'm going to step back.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm shutting up now. I'm not going to pick on you, JR, because it's been too long, you know.
Pick on me
Yeah.
as much as you want to.
No.
No, not going to do it.
Not on the Queen.
gonna
Not
do
on
it.
the Queen.
No.
No. Oh, just not on the Queen. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's attack that. Let's go for it. We won't pick on JR though.
Yeah. Do it.
JR
Wow.
gets the reprieve.
That might take
Queen?
an hour or so. So let's let Dave get some headlines out first, and then we'll
Yes.
dogpile on the Queen and all of her underdwellings.
Awesomeness. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead,
Alright.
Dave. Over to you for the headlines.
All right. Well, story came out today from Australia.
Charlie,
Their AB.
Charlie, brush up on the weather, man. We're coming to you next.
It's
I like
overcast.
weather.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
Anyway, a big story came out today from ABC News out of Australia, and their ABC stands for Australian Broadcasting Company. It's not the ABC that's here, and their mainstream media over
This is
there
the
in
one you
Australia.
sent me on Facebook? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
And they came out and they said today that Donald Trump is highly thinking about bombing Iran as early as next month, and that Australia is going to point the targets for him. They're going to help out with the target identification, and that they had these deep secret sources. So who knows? But anyway, that's what they come out and said. Well, a couple hours later, Prime Minister Turnbull of Australia came out and said that story is pure speculation. Now, he didn't deny it, but he said that it's pure speculation and that Australia would like to settle this with Iran peacefully. Now, that tells me there's some psychological warfare going down now with Iran. We're trying to get in their heads now. And so this could be lead up to a war, could be a lead up to nothing yet. But, because Trump's been saying he's going to put sanctions back on Iran, the toughest ones yet in November coming up of this year. So, and then also Iran came out yesterday to answer Trump's tweet that he put out the other day in all capital letters that basically we're going to nuke Iran.
Why haven't they taken the fucking phone away from this jerk off? The Twitter shit's got to stop, dude. It's been going on since he got in the fucking Oval Office. And before that, you know what I mean? All of his okay, never mind.
Well, yeah, he's going around threatening, and the deal
He
is
threatened Kim
Iran's
Jong
not-
Un. He threatened, or whoever. He threatens everybody over Twitter. He's running his fucking presidency over social media.
Yep. And it's Flocker buying it. They love it. They eat it up. And the deal is, though, is Iran's not North Korea. They're not going to roll over like North Korea said they did, which North Korea hasn't rolled over for anybody yet either. They even our Secretary of State Pompeo came out yesterday being grilled in Congress and says, no, they haven't really gave up any of their nuclear stuff yet. They're doing little this and that, but nothing to say they're giving up their nukes yet. They're still producing. They're still enriching nuclear fuel.
They're not going to give it up.
No, they're not going to give it up. And even Trump came out with it a couple of weeks ago and said, well, there's no timeline for them to give up their nukes. After he threatened little Kim, 6 or 7 months ago, saying you need to give up your shit right now. Now he's saying, oh, you can take as much time as you want. And you know why he's saying that? Because he knows that Kim's not going to do it.
Because America is a paper tiger.
Yeah. Well, this deal with Iran. Iran came out yesterday, and they told Trump, well, they said if you attack us, that will not only be the end of you, it will be the end of everything that you stand for in America, basically. Iran answered back angrily, like anybody else would after being threatened on Twitter like that with all capital letters.
Didn't they compare the Ayatollah to fucking Hitler, like they're doing everybody else?
Yeah, this is what Iran says, and this is from the IRGC general, Soleimani, and he's the head figure of the Iranian military. And he says, Iran general threatens Trump, if you begin war, we will end it. And it says, Special Forces General tells U.S. President war with Iran will destroy all that you possess as war of words continues. And it says, Major General Soleimani, commander of Special Forces of the IRGC, warned the U.S. not to start a conflict, replying to comments made by Trump earlier this week in which he threatened Iran. Soleimani said, you will start this war, but we will be the ones to impose its end. Therefore, you have to be careful about insulting the Iranian people and the president of our republic. And he went on to say, our power in the region and our capabilities in asymmetric war. We will act and we will work. And, the first thing they said that they would do, they would target all of our troops in Afghanistan and all of our other nearby bases, which they could. Mm-hmm. Trump has pulled our carriers out the Persian Gulf. We usually have at least one there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even since when I was in the military. That's where I served most of my duty, was over in the Persian Gulf with the USS Enterprise. And now we don't have a carrier there. And so if they try to mine the Straits of Hormuz, they could try to shut down the Straits of Hormuz, and before we could get there, they could send oil up to $300 a barrel in no time.
I think he's sending some back.
Well, he just, Mattis's new plan, our defense minister, he's got a new battle plan with our carrier groups, and that's where we're not going to announce anymore when we're sending them out.
Random rotation.
They're no longer going to be on 6 month to a year rotation. They could go out for 3 months and come back. They could go out for 4 months and come back. They could go out for 8 months and come back.
So they're going to pull down the website that the families use to find out where the boat's at, that their kids are on and shit. They're going to pull all that off the internet.
So they're not going to make it publicly known when we send our carrier groups out.
And I suppose that everybody that's on board is going to be hit with a do not tell. Where we're floating. You can't tell your family where we're at. Oh,
but they had one in the Persian Gulf, and it was supposed to be there for at least 6 months. They brought it back 3 months early. It just got back into a port in America the other day, and it was only out for 3 months, and it was assigned for like 6 months.
Was that you, Charlie?
Yeah. I was just saying, or they'll disrupt the ability for anybody on board to be able to transmit any information. You can do that pretty easily.
Yeah.
I agree with it in some respects. If you want the element of surprise, you're not going to say, I'm going to send this, there, and that, and there. You are going to do it when you want to. You want the element of surprise, don't you? True.
Well, okay. The militaries around the planet that are our adversaries are going to know exactly where that boat is anytime they want to find out where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
The satellite. The only
thing that they're really doing is
it keeps them on the toes.
But the only thing they're really doing is they're cutting off communication between the soldiers and sailors on board these vessels and their families. That's what they're doing.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. True.
So that's my take on it anyway. Because
Yeah.
anybody
No,
that wants
true,
to, anybody that needs to know where that boat's at is going to find out where that boat's at.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Never mind. Nobody's going to know, right? We're going to send them all over and float them off the coast of China for a while and fuck with them some more. That's what I see coming, anyway. Or we'll have them stationed all around Hawaii to protect them from any, whatever. What was the link you just sent me, Dave, in Skype? The Palestinian thing about the warplanes.
When was that? Earlier today?
It just showed up on my Skype, so I'm thinking that it came in just a little bit ago.
I don't even remember sending it.
It's not in this chat. It's in this chat here. I'll see. Here, boom, with me. That was at 7:12. Oh, that was Monday on the 14th. Holy shit! Never mind.
Yeah.
That was on me.
Skype shit.
Never mind.
Gotta dust
I just
that
hadn't
one
seen
off.
it. Yeah. Well, it's already
Where's
happened,
Lance?
man.
What's he doing?
Who? What?
Where's Lance?
He's kind of hanging out in the background. I don't know if he's on the call yet or not.
He's here. Okay.
He's not on the call yet, but he said he'd add in. So
Okay.
I think he's watching.
Hi, Lance.
Yeah, I think he's watching
Lance.
Sean Hannity.
There you go.
He's upgraded, does he?
That's what he said he was going to do. He said, Hannity's coming on in 5 minutes when I told him that we were doing a show. So,
It's Sean Hannity on CNN now.
I think he got off of CNN. Because
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't know. I think
He's upgraded.
Wolf Blitzer wouldn't answer any of his emails, and so
see, and that's what it takes. I mean, when you get denied over and over again, there's just a point, and you're like, this relationship just isn't worth it.
It's a shame.
We need a dossier on this Musser guy. He won't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Have you seen his picture on Skype? He looks really weird.
He's a cross-dressing hamster. I'm a transmarsupial.
I self-identify as me.
Yeah. Don't shame me for my pocket.
In fact, it
right.
looks quite normal
we
for
can't-
people around here.
Yeah. All right, Dave. On with the next headline.
All right, this came out tonight right when the show started, and it's going all over the news now. Everybody's reporting. It says, I don't, I'll get into this a little bit here. It ain't my big thing here, but Donald Trump's, fixer there, Cohen, Michael Cohen, his ex-lawyer. He came out tonight.
Did you just call him his fixer?
That's what they call him, his fixer.
Oh, man. You're going to have some fucking CIA jacks knocking on your door now going, what do you know that we don't know, man?
But anyway, this Cohen...
You got some emails?
This Cohen is in the process of...
Is that like the government for fluff chick? What?
This Cohen's in the process of flipping on Trump, and he's like, Trump considered this guy like one of his kids. I mean, they've been together that long. And, he's the one that supposedly covered up for the Stormy Daniels thing with $130,000. He's the one that played the Playboy Playmate off, they said, that for Trump and all this. Well, now that Cohen's in all this trouble, he's been indicted by Mueller and stuff, or he's getting ready to be indicted.
They said he was wearing a wire for a while, wasn't he?
Well, I don't. They say so, but this came out now. It says Cohen claims Trump knew in advance of 2016 Trump Tower meeting. And it says Michael Cohen, President Donald Trump's former personal attorney, claims that then candidate Trump knew in advance about the June 2016 meeting in Trump Tower, in which Russians were expected to offer his campaign dirt on Hillary Clinton. And it says Cohen is willing to make that assertion to Special Counsel Robert Mueller. It says Cohen's claims would contradict repeated denials by Trump and by Donald Trump Jr., their lawyers, and other administration officials who have said the president knew nothing about the Trump Tower meeting until he was approached about it by the New York Times in July of 2017. It says Cohen alleges that he was present, along with several others, when Trump was informed of the Russians' offer by Trump Jr. by Cohen's account. Trump approved going ahead with the meeting with the Russians, according to Cohen. Says, and it goes on here.
Dude,
he keeps
okay,
going
keep
here,
going,
but he's going to
keep
be
going.
telling Mueller, I guess, that Trump's lying, that Cohen was present when Trump was told about this Trump Tower meeting with the Russians, and Cohen's going to go on the record with it. And this was Trump's best friend.
What? Hang on a minute. Okay, let's fucking throw this truck in reverse for a minute, okay? There was this guy that everybody seems to have forgotten about, and his name was Seth Rich.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy said that all the Russian shit was horse shit. So why in the fuck are people still...
I'll listen to Cohen. That was Trump's right-hand man. Cohen has no reason to, and he said he'd take a lot. He'd go on. He's got the evidence of it. He's got everything there is. He taped Trump in a lot of conversations.
It's all about the money.
Without
it's
Trump
all about,
knowing, this
dude,
guy.
You know as well as I do that they have software now that can make a tape sound any fucking way you want, dude. They can take your voice and they can scatter it out. No, this is complete fucking garbage, dude. It's just it. Okay.
I'm not getting.
That's my take on it. That's my take on it.
I'm going with Cohen because that was his best friend.
Nah, Cohen's
That was
bought.
his fixer.
Cohen's bought. How much money do you
Cohen
think
has
the
no
Clinton
reason
Foundation
to,
still
he
has?
still swears allegiance to Trump.
Oh, fuck, man.
The whole deal is we don't know the truth. Not you, not me.
I know.
We're hearing bits and pieces from everything in every direction. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. For one, I don't really care about it either way. I don't like Trump no matter if they said he was God for real. I don't give a fuck about the guy.
They let a Kenyan in office.
Exactly.
None of this. That's why I said last week, dude, this is entirely theater. Every fucking bit of it. It's all theater. It's all made to keep the right and the left fighting with each other, and that's it.
Keep the separation. Keep the different people separated.
Fight amongst yourselves.
I will say this.
Yeah, fight amongst yourselves so that you don't see what the fuck we're doing.
Trump had a chance to give Cohen a pardon. Now it's too late. And the deal is now he's getting ready to flip on Trump because he's pissed he didn't get the fucking pardon. Trump has no allegiance to fucking nobody but himself. He throws all of his fucking people underneath the bus at one time or another.
That's because his God is money.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And the deal is he should have protected this goddamn Cohen. If that's your fixer and he knows everything about you the last 10, 20 years, you would think that would be a guy that you'd want to put on a pedestal and fucking protect. And Trump didn't do it.
That's why I don't think any of this is real, dude. I think this whole story is horse shit. It's
now
made up by the left.
Yes, by his fucking ex-best friend.
Well, I still think this has DNC written all over it, man. All over it. Because for over a year, that's all they've been trying to do. Impeach Trump. Impeach Trump. You hear Maxine Waters blowing off at the mouth about it by like a fucking horse.
And I agree with you, and I'm not going to argue that point. Yeah. The point that I'm trying to validate here is that if say you had a guy you considered like a brother or a son to you, and you spent many a year together, and he knew all kinds of dirt on you, and you knew kinds of dirt on him, but he knew, and he was your lawyer, your personal lawyer that you counted on to get you out of trouble. And then all of a sudden you throw him underneath the bus. You don't think he's not going to fucking turn on you? That could happen to any of us. If any of us got in trouble and you didn't protect your best friend and you threw him on the bus, you better watch the fuck out because he's going to roll on you like a goddamn boulder.
My live studio audience just made an excellent point. People that know your dirt are the first ones that'll flip on you for a buck.
That's right, the deal is though is Trump had a chance to pardon. Trump had a chance to pardon this dude. And he didn't do it because he was betting that Cohen would be faithful to him.
If he had pardoned him, dude, the guy would have sang like a motherfucking bird. They probably would have thrown another $10 million at him. I'm telling you, this dude is paid off.
Friends, man.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, you watch. This Cohen cat is paid off, and it's going to come out in the wash. You watch.
All I know is you got to protect your best friends, man.
I really couldn't give two squirts of piss if every one of them on Capitol Hill go to prison tomorrow, man.
In the worst time.
Oh yeah, and that's what happened. happens with family and friends. Those are the ones that have the dirt on you. And
Well,
they'll
consider
fucking
this
get
guy
yeah,
like
they
a
fucking
kid,
turn on
like
you in a
Don
minute.
Jr. and Ivanka and Eric. He
Yeah.
considered this guy one of his kids.
I've always had a saying, okay? Always keep your best friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Did you make that one up?
Whoa.
Because you need to
Whoa.
do that.
Did you
That
make
should
that
be
one
a
up, JR? How long ago did you make that one up?
That's
I never made that up. It's always my saying.
Oh, okay. I got it.
holy shit. We
That's-
need to write that one down.
Fuck yeah, man. That's deep. That's
That
just
is
deep.
That is solid.
No, you got to do that.
That's like 10-footer deep.
If you're in politics, you've got to do that.
Yep.
Oh, I
I feel the
was
same
thinking-
way about pizza, though, too. So, I mean, you know.
Oh, come on.
You know, I think this shit with Trump's funny myself because I'm like, well, dude, you know, this is what you get for just fucking caring about yourself. You know,
Most of the motherfuckers on Capitol Hill, that's all they do care about.
you know, and what's funny is that the Republicans, 12 of them, got a bill out put out yesterday to impeach Rod Rosenstein. He's the, you know, the deputy, what is he, attorney general, whatever he is, the one running the Mueller investigation now because fucking Weasel there fucking backed out of it. Oh, you know, they wanted to impeach him. Fucking Paul Ryan, the head Republican, the one that's supposed to have Trump's back, came out today and says, I will not support this. This is not going through. This is dead. We're not impeaching Rod Rosenstein. This is from Trump's right-hand Republican, Paul Ryan.
Trump's an outsider, dude.
He is, and the deal is he thinks that he's calling the shots. He's not calling the shots.
The president never calls the shots, dude. That's why there's three arms of of administration, you know, so that you can't
But you
have somebody
tell
up there
Trump that,
playing
though.
grand
Trump thinks
poobah.
that he's the king.
Hey, well, he looked at the previous 8 years before he took the chair and watched Barry Soetoro do whatever he wanted to do because he had a pen and a phone, right? I mean, wasn't that one of his quotes?
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, you know, he watched him do it for 8 years, so he thought he could get away with it too. But
the deal is when
cards
you've
are
got
stacked
your
against
own
you.
people turning on you,
because
and
he's an
Republicans
outsider.
all
These are
around
not his people, though. That's what I'm saying. They're
Right.
That's been known about Trump from the word go, man. He's not a Republican. He's not a Democrat. He's beholden to nobody. You just said that. The only thing he fucking cares about is his money and himself, right? And his
But
hair.
the deal is
He cares a lot
Trump
about
is
his hair.
arrogant enough to think that these Republicans give a shit about him.
No, they don't.
I don't think he does.
They don't.
Mm-mm.
The
You
only
know,
thing he's trying to get his name in the record books as many times as is humanly possible in this term.
He's narcissistic.
See, now he's going to gear his campaign up for 2020. So he's not even going to be fucking paying attention after the end of this year to anything that's going on in this country because he's going to try to be getting reelected.
He's narcissistic.
He's
Yeah,
what?
big time.
He's what?
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic.
Oh, narcissistic? Yeah. He's an egomaniac.
narcissistic.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that walks in a room and goes, "Hey, look at my penis!"
Yeah, he said, if he
I've
did
seen
that
it.
to me, he would have a broken nose. And that's it. Job done. He would.
When he came over to your country, man, when he came over to your country, Rupley had like 4 or 5 different cameras in different locations putting live streams on
I know, it's
YouTube
sad.
about
It's
people
sad.
running around bitching at the top of their lungs and blah, blah, blah. And then on the other side of
That
town,
was sad as well.
on the other side of town, there was a bunch of people going, "We love Trump. We love Trump. We love." So,
Yeah.
you know, our left right horse shit is even spreading across the planet, man. It's just, you know,
Oh, it's
Dude, mate.
idiocracy is what it is.
exactly. They made a movie about it back in the 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Can I please say, I don't care what people say, I'm pleased Trump came over to the UK.
Yeah,
Number
because I
one.
got to see that great big chicken with his haircut. That was fucking phenomenal, man. Who made that? That thing was awesome. I want a little bitty
Number
squeaky
one.
one to sit on my
Number
desk.
one,
I want a
we
Trump
have
chicken.
to deal with America. Okay.
Anybody out there knows
And
how to get me a
also-
Trump chicken? I want to know. Put it in the chat room.
Okay, well, that was a pun on chlorinated chicken. Okay.
Unchlorinated chicken. Wow.
That comes from
Anyway,
China.
your chlorinated chicken. Anyway.
That comes from China.
Okay, thank you. But I'm pleased Trump came over to the UK because, number one, we have to deal with your country. Number 2, he's only going to be in there for 4 years, 8 years maybe. And number 3, he could die soon anyway. No, not going to say that, but there again, it is a possibility.
But you said it on behalf of the Queen, so it's okay, right?
On behalf of the Queen and the nation, the world. Anyway.
May it please the Crown, we would let JR speak this evening.
Thank you kindly, sir.
JR.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, stop it.
Hey, there was so much shit going around when that little troll got passed up by fucking our douchebag in chief on the front lawn of the castle thingy.
Don't call him a douchebag.
He is a douchebag, and your little troll is a little troll. That's just that's what I see when I turn the shit on. That's what I see. I see a little troll carrying a handbag that thinks that she owns 1/6 of the planet, and a big douchebag walking by her on the grass. And then everybody in this country fucking exploded about it. He was so disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off.
Did you see that picture of the Queen and Trump with the little dog bowl at the side?
No.
And a lot of people were saying, oh, at least the Queen's put some water out for Trump. Because the dog bowl was for the corgis, of course. No, okay. Forget it. Okay, I'll show you the picture later.
Okay.
Like you're not interested. Yeah, I know, yeah, that's right.
I want a Trump duck. Somebody find me a Trump duck. I'm going to go look on eBay as soon as this show's over.
Hell no. I was going to pop on it and say...
Or chicken,
hey,
whatever the fuck it is. Mate. It looked like a duck. Out of a Trump chicken. I want a little bitty one about this big that squeaks when you squeeze it. Lance, are you on, Lance? No.
I say duck to everybody. Look, lads, I say duck to everybody. Like you. All right, duck. And it's a common thing in Stoke-on-Trent, okay? So do not offend ducks by associating ducks with Donald Trump.
Oh,
Please.
God. Are you serious, man?
I'm dead serious.
So what, the ducks identify as anti-Trumpers?
No, duck is you and me.
Oh, duck. I thought that was women. Yeah, I thought you guys called women ducky.
No, shut up.
No, I'm serious. I thought the British people called women ducky. Hey, ducky. Come over here. Sit on my lap.
I'll post a link in the room. You'll see it. Not in the room, but I'll explain it better that way.
Oh, hang on a second. I got to show you guys this. The inflatable, let's see if I can get the glare out of it. The inflatable Trump chicken is going to be dressed like a prisoner to sail off the coast of San Francisco. They're going to have him off.
That's hilarious.
I want a squeaky Trump chicken.
Oh, man.
Somebody find me a squeaky Trump chicken and put the link in the chat room over here so that I can go get one.
I thought that inflatable Trump in London was a bit of a...
Women are birds. Well, that's a ducky,
funny.
Right? Dawn said women are birds. Oh, she found me one. At fucktrumpgear.com. Fucktrumpgear.com. This is an actual website, y'all. It's a clickable link.
Oh my god.
Fucktrumpgear.com. They have the Trump chicken. They have the little bitty Trump chicken. Let me see what these are. How much are they?
I like the baby Trump balloon.
Holy shit, they're $29 dollars. They're $30. $29.99 for a Trump chicken. That's ridiculous. I bet they sold 10 million of them already.
That baby Trump, right? That they lofted over London was based on the flying pig that Floyd
used to fly around in it.
Yeah. That one. So see, that's always up there. Okay, that's an icon in London. It's a flying pig.
Yeah.
So what they decided to do was to do a flying Trump.
Somebody's
baby.
Dave, are you coming up with more headlines or something? I hear somebody banging away on their keyboard.
Oh, you know me. I'm always looking at stuff.
Right on. Shoot the next one at us. We can enough of the Trump chicken.
You know, this shows the idiocracy growing in America and probably around the world, too, as the internet expands. But this came out today. It says, teen breaks into house in the middle of the night to wake neighbors and demand Wi-Fi password. It says a 17-year-old Palo Alto, California boy broke into his neighbor's house after his data plan on his cell phone ran out. According to the Sacramento Bee, the residents who were in their 60s awoke to someone demanding access to their network, police reported. The man got out of the bed and forced the teen out of the bedroom and out the front door. He then called the police at approximately 12:30 a.m., and the police picked the teen up a few blocks away. 2 kitchen knives were missing, according to the residents. He has been charged with felony residential burglary and misdemeanors for giving false information and prowling. Then also another woman reported seeing the boy through her bedroom window at 11:45 p.m. He motioned for her to come outside and talk with him. When she did, he begged her for her Wi-Fi network password, saying that he'd run out of data. And
if the first guy, when the little fuck broke into his house, would have shot him in the ass, the other people wouldn't have had to deal with him after that. I'm just throwing that out there.
Someone breaking into your house and demanding your Wi-Fi password.
I would have beat his fucking ass to within an inch of his life, right on my front lawn. And then I probably would have went over to his mom and dad's house, and I'd have slapped the teeth out of them too.
What would drive anybody to go into a house and ask for the Wi-Fi password?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Why? Break into my fucking house, and I'm going to shoot your ass. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah, I would have kicked him out.
I wouldn't have kicked him out. I'd have kicked him out with a buckload, with a fucking chest load of buckshot. That's how he would have. That's how he would have went out the door.
I'd have beat the shit out of him for sure. Gave him something to remember.
Around here, they'll just drag him off into the fucking ravine and let the pigs eat him. They don't even call their mom and dad. 17
years old, he's not considered a minor anymore if he breaks into my house.
Nope. That's fucking ridiculous, man.
You know, his parents should get this kid unlimited, or he should go get a job so he can.
Is that the gist of the story that you got, Dave?
Not kick them as well.
Is that the gist of the story you got, Dave? That his parents need to get him unlimited access to the fucking internet?
Yeah. That's what I got.
How about not raise your kid to be a little dirt bag?
I got unlimited.
How about not raise your kid to be a fucking criminal? How about that?
It's only $10 more a month for damn sakes.
Yeah.
Dave.
You know, I heard pretty soon that all your cell phone companies, they said within the next, I was reading a story, they said next several years, that all they're going to offer is unlimited, and you're going to pay one price for unlimited data.
You know that they're going to
5G, and then you're all going to be screwed.
Yeah, the left is going to blow this up. See, now if we'd have had nationwide 5G, this kid wouldn't have been in trouble like this.
Yeah.
God damn it. Everybody needs access to the interweb so we can program the fuck out of you.
Because little Bobby couldn't do his book report because he didn't have 5G.
That's right. Whatever.
Was it your birthday the other day, Jimmy?
Yeah, Saturday.
Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
I believe, right?
50th.
50.
50. Yeah.
50.
I started.
That's 50 for the second time, isn't it?
I'm going backwards, actually. It'll be 49 next year.
Well, I mean, we start off in diapers, we're going to end in diapers, so why not?
That's right.
Just count backwards.
That's right.
I'm 50. I'm 52.
Yeah, there was so many times I told myself over the years that I wasn't ever going to make it to here, man. Never.
You will. You made the 101.
Stupid. I did some stupid shit, man.
Yeah, but you're ornery as fuck. That's why you're going to live a long time.
You'll make it to 101, sir. I promise you.
Yeah, you're going to be one of those ones smoking a cigar at 104 years old, and the cameras are going to go, how did you do it, Jimmy? I'm an ornery redhead. You know, that's the way it's going to be.
Haven't you read,
please?
Us gingers steal other people's souls. That's how I kept going. You fuckers won't make it out of here alive.
Yoda came to me and I stole his soul too.
That's right. That's right.
Is it okay if I say, please, to everybody in the chat room, hello?
Yeah, I mean, we're only an hour into the show. It's about proper.
Well, it makes it odd. Yeah. There might be people popping in.
Oh, okay.
late.
You waited for the stragglers. I got you.
Yeah. Come on.
No, what it
I
is
like
is that
to
couple
to
of
be
pints is
late.
wearing off.
I'd like to say hello to everybody in the chat room. Hello. And I do think of you as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was nice.
Back over to you, Dave.
You know, this Dave, Facebook lost $120 billion in stocks today.
Yeah, because Zuckerberg couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut and told everybody that their sales had fallen.
Yep.
Data. It's not Zuckerberg.
Not
it's data.
only had they lost over the last fiscal year because their ad revenue had dropped, then somebody had to open their fucking pie hole and they lost another $125. Got to give it to them, man. You people are geniuses out there in Silicon Valley.
It's not Zuckerberg. It's data from the next generation. He looks just like data. True.
Yeah, he does. When he was in front of Congress and they were comparing the two, that was pretty funny.
Great. Yeah.
You know his real name's not Mark Zuckerberg either. If you people
No,
look up
he's,
the origin
I
of
know
the
who
word,
he is.
if you
It's
people
okay.
look up the origin of the word Zucker and Berg
Yes, German.
and see where it came from and what it actually means, you'll see just how they suckered you.
Yeah, I know it's right. I know it's right.
All right. Go ahead, Dave. Headlines.
All right, big thing coming up here that's going on between Israel and Hamas. This is heating up again after the ceasefire a couple days ago. You know, this is heating up. You know, there's some stats putting out today. And who put out these stats, I can't say, but this is what came out. They says new stats of rocket fire from Gaza toward Israel in the past 3 years show a gloomy trend towards the need of another operation against Hamas in Gaza. In 2016, 15 rockets were launched. In 2017, 35 rockets were launched. And so far this year alone, 650 rockets have been launched.
And 4,000 condoms.
Yep, fiery balloons and kites and condoms. They're burning up a lot of land over there.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, man, these balloon bombs that they're sending up, they're using condoms for balloons because they can't get a hold of regular balloons, I guess. Hey, you know what? Karma is a bitch. That's the only thing I'm going to say when it comes to Israel anymore. I'm just going to say that karma is a bitch.
You know, was it the other day an Israeli soldier got sniped on the Gaza border and killed? And this is a new method they're using, too. Hamas is using snipers now.
Hey, the fucking IDF have been using them for a long time, man. And they fucking whack children and shit, so fuck them. I don't give a damn.
I'm not arguing the point, because right on the other side of that wall, Israel's got guns pointed at them, too. You know, but Hamas started using snipers. Now, they sniped one the other day that brought on all that rocket fire from Israel the other day, all the bombs they were dropping. And then it ceased fire after a couple hours. And then in between then, Hamas just came out and said that Egypt's been trying to mediate along with the UN. And then Egypt and the UN said today, says Hamas isn't mediating anymore. This is going to end up in a war. And this will be the fourth time Israel and Hamas have fought. And they said this is going to be the biggest one yet, that most likely Israel's going to end up going in there and trying to annex the place again like they did in the early days. And they said, then was it yesterday, another IDF soldier got sniped. He didn't die, but he got severely wounded. And so Israel bombed him again a bunch of times. And now it's to the point now where Hamas is calling for mass demonstrations here in the next few hours in Israel on the border when it's daylight there. And Israel put out a bunch of leaflets says we're just going to shoot y'all if you move toward the border again. They've dropped leaflets today warning them don't go near the border or it may be the last time. And so this is going to come down to a big shit show. And Israel doesn't want to get in a two-front war right now because they're facing a front over in northern Israel, over by Quinitria and Golan Heights area. Assad just got all that land back, which Israel says they don't have a problem with Assad being there. They just don't want Iran and Iran-backed militias there and Hezbollah, which they are there. And so Israel's afraid that Hamas is trying to suck them into a war over in southern Israel, and then Hezbollah and them is going to make some moves on Israel's northern border while Israel's tied up with Hamas. And so while Israel wants these rockets or whatever they're claiming they want it to end, they're afraid to fully engage with Hamas because they don't want a two-front war, even though they say they can handle it. Now, Hezbollah, just in Lebanon alone, has 150,000 rockets and missiles pointed at Israel. They've had them there for many years, and they keep adding to them, and it's up to about 150 grand now, pointed right at Israel. They've got enough rockets and missiles that they could rain down missiles on Israel for 3 months straight, every day, every single day for 3 months. Israel knows this. That they also know that Hamas has long-range missiles that they can start targeting Tel Aviv anytime they wanted to try to do it. Hezbollah definitely can target all of Israel right now with what they have. They've got all their stuff from Iran because that's their father. And so this is going to fixing to get crazy. Israel's fixing to face a two-front war because Hezbollah's come out basically and said, if you attack Hamas, we're going to attack you. And so the Israeli public's getting irate with Netanyahu and the government. They're demanding harder action with Hamas. And we'll see what happens. Egypt and the UN's been negotiating all these ceasefires the past couple of times. But like I said, the UN and Egypt saying that Hamas just isn't having it anymore. They're sick of Israel shooting the people, which I don't blame them. I see it many different ways, but that's fixing to be a big shit show there. But the big headline is this: is yesterday Saudi Arabia stopped sending oil through the big oil strait next to Egypt in the Red Sea over there. And that's the big move because of the war with Yemen. The Houthis keep targeting their tankers now. And so Saudi's like, we're no longer sending oil. This sent oil up 38 cents a barrel yesterday as soon as this happened. Now, this is the second biggest oil strait. I think it's the Bab al-Bab Strait or something. It's the second biggest oil strait in the world next to the Strait of Hormuz over in the Persian Gulf.
As far as moving product, not on a pipeline. Yeah. No,
just for moving oil on ocean.
Yep.
But the deal is, this is big because with Saudi's predominantly the one that sends the most oil through there. And so this is a big deal. The UAE's thinking about stop sending oil now, and some other oil nations. And then that would suck with Trump and his war with Iran because, they would try to shut down the Straits of Hormuz. Oil would just, with two straits shut down like that, oil would just skyrocket beyond anything we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Anything we've ever seen. Just with the Straits of Hormuz by itself, if it was shut down, oil would go up $300 a barrel overnight within 24 hours. Now with two oil straits, if they were both shut down, you're probably talking $4.50 for a barrel of oil. You're talking probably $12 for a gallon of gas. That would do us in right there. We would be done.
But anybody that's been paying attention over the last 5 years knows that the oil production in this country is pretty much off the charts right now.
Yeah, it's going up.
So if our fuel prices go up, it's just a scam.
Well, the deal is we don't have any refineries. That's what's hurting us. We have to send everything out.
We got enough.
And get it refined and sent back here again.
You need to go down to Houston, Texas, and see
what
they got on the fucking shore down
we
there.
do. Saudis run the biggest oil refinery, but I'm talking about per capita. We don't have enough.
Yeah, we got enough to make this country run.
And we'd have to dip into the strategic oil reserves, which is why we've got it. But that's only going to last for so long.
All we have to do is turn all that sweet Alaskan crude that's going over to China south instead of sending it over to China. That's all. That's all that really needs to be done.
In the immediate, we would be hurt.
Well, yeah, I understand, and it'll never happen too because we're the cash cow of the fucking oil industry. Us in Europe.
The media would take us down to who knows if we could recover. As soon as it took us down, we would drop like a rock before we could shoot straight back up. And these new tariffs that Trump keeps threatening on China, and these 200 billion ones, he's already put like 50 on them. Now he's talking about these 200. The farmers in 3 big Republican states are all coming out against Trump now, going, "You're fucking killing us, dude." And because
that's exactly
they're already feeling the effects.
He was elected for it,
I don't feel sorry for these. I don't feel sorry for these farmers because they voted for Trump. All of them did. These are all heavily Republican states that voted for Trump. All these farmers fucking voted for him. So I say, all right, karma's a bitch, man. You shouldn't have trusted this guy in the beginning. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Hillary, Trump, whoever. They've got the New World Order has their agenda.
Right.
And they're going through Trump this way to do it. And the deal is, and now he's saying, well, we're going to give you farmers a loan. And the farmers are like, fuck you and your loan. How about cancel the goddamn tariffs and you wouldn't have to give us a fucking loan?
Mm-hmm.
Trump thought he was going to appease them yesterday by saying, I'm going to throw out $12 billion of loans to the farmers. And farmers are like, F you, dude. How about you fucking just, it makes no sense. Take the tariffs off China and you won't have to give us $12 billion.
$12 billion in loans to the people that fucking pay the loans in the first fucking, the government doesn't have money. The government doesn't, they whatever they give to somebody, they got to steal from somebody else. So
we'll be the ones paying the $12 billion.
Right. It's called a bailout.
And so it makes no sense. Trump, why are you going to give the farmers a loan? How about cancel your tariffs? You won't have to give them a loan because they'll come back.
Yeah.
His shit isn't working with these tariffs. He's like, oh, we're going to feel a little pain in the beginning. What, all these people are going to be out of jobs now? Until
we said that from the beginning. We said that from the beginning. These tariffs are going to destroy the economy in this country. That's exactly what they're designed to do. Look, when they put Barry in office, he was designed to bring this country to its knees, and he did just that. And now that Trump's in office, his job is going to be to throw the last shovel of dirt over what was the United States. And the reason that you know that is because his campaign slogan was "Make America Great Again." So you know that he's going to do just the opposite.
Well, this is how stupid the sheep are. Trump comes out a while back and says, oh, we're getting bent over the barrel by China. We're getting bent over the barrel by Canada. We're getting bent over the barrel by Mexico. We're getting bent over the barrel by the EU. Have you seen any papers proving any of this? Anybody? I mean, can everybody say without an absolute fact that this clown is telling us the truth?
Yeah, all of our fucking jobs are over there, dude. All of our jobs, we have no industry in this country whatsoever, so we have no throttle in the world economy whatsoever. The only reason that we are any kind of player in the world economy is because of the petrodollar, and it is on its way out.
Exactly it. And these sheep, and I'm not just going to knock the Trump, whatever, these people that support Trump, but are buying every single word this guy says as fucking fact. And
because they are as fanatical as the left, dude. They are just as fanatical as the left.
Exactly.
Yep.
But you tell them that, and they come at you like fucking rabid wolves.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, don't ever talk about our king like that.
I'm unfriending you on Facebook, you cockbite.
Trump has never done nothing for me. No president in the office of the United States has ever done anything for me.
Nope.
Except
take my fucking money.
I give no allegiance to a man. I give my allegiance to God Almighty. I don't worship a man and lick fucking boots like these Trump supporters are fucking doing right now.
That's right.
Bootlickers.
Yep. He could say tomorrow.
Goddamn bootlicker.
Yep. He could say tomorrow that he murdered his whole family, and the Trump supporters would be like, well, they must have had it coming.
This is why Trump goes around preaching fake news, because he don't want you to see any of the truth. When the truth is put out there, he don't want you to believe it. I mean, granted, news is fake, but not all of it is.
No, he's the one that makes it fake.
Yeah, he's the one that makes it fake. Charles Manson did the same thing with a lot of his followers, and they killed a bunch of people for him. And Trump followers, I'm sorry. And like I said, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a fucking conservative. I'm just a concerned American citizen. And I just call it the way I see it because I don't have a horse in this goddamn race. I'll go after Obama, too. I'll go after Hillary. I don't like any of them either. Her and Libya, and we saw he died. And Obama, putting our sailors in harm's way and getting captured by Iran, then sending them pallets full of fucking money.
I got worried when you said Trump called Wolf Blitzer into his mansion shortly after he got elected. And then shortly after that, he started calling CNN fake news. I think he gave a bung to Wolf Blitzer to say, I want you to be fake news because it will make me okay. You know, I want somebody to rally against, because CNN has always been his anti, Trump stuff, or anti this, anti that. It's always fake news, CNN and that. They gave him a bung, or Trump gave Wolf Blitzer a bung to CNN to be anti-Trump, to be his anti-side. Because
I believe this because they want to divide us. They want to war.
They wanted a divided news, and also.
Sorry, JR. I'm going to disagree with you.
He would use that to his own advantage.
No. They were talking about Lance Musser right there.
No.
Yes, they were.
No.
They were.
We're talking about a divided. It's just that you can use anti-stuff for yourself. It's called, yes.
No.
Anti what?
Yes. It's all about it. They were talking about Lance. That's that's the deal. That's what was going on there. So
my live studio audience just brought up a really good point too. Again, thank you for paying attention to the show. The tariffs on China are poo-poo. And here's the reason why. For about the last 5 years, Chinese investors have brought the most money into the United States of any foreign investors. Yep. They've been buying this country up at a rapid fucking rate.
They own it.
So the tariffs aren't going to do fuck all. And anybody that pays attention will know all this. But the majority of the folks out there just don't pay attention.
No, they don't.
So there you go.
That's why starting a trade war with China is, stupid, because China owns America. China owns UK.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you. Well, you guys get some stuff from Europe, because of the whole EU thing. But I would venture to say that at least 50% of the products in Britain are from China versus 90% here in the U.S. You have to struggle. You have to struggle in this country to find American-made products.
Jimmy, a lot are from EU. We have a little bit from China. We have to follow what the EU regulations state, because any trade deals we do, we have to go through the EU.
Yeah, because your Brexit failed, and you're stuck.
And we're stuck. Not yet, though. Okay, but we are now. But we
Is Theresa May going to get her ass kicked out, or what?
Hopefully soon. Well, we're waiting till October. That's another story.
Are you going to go for the little Chris Farley lookalike that can't comb his hair?
No, wait. Hey. What? Mog? Jacob Rees-Mogg? Chris Farley?
I don't know. What the fuck just popped up in the corner of my box?
Yeah, mine too.
What the hell was that? It's Charlie doing something.
I did nothing.
It says you sent a photo, Charlie.
I did? Yeah.
So it's a photo of everybody here on Skype.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well done, Charlie.
Are you working for the NSA over there, Charlie?
Muted. What's that?
Are you working for the NSA over there? Are you taking a photo of everybody on the call and sending it to them and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I do in my spare time.
Okay.
See, Charlie, thank you.
No, I hit mute and then I unmuted.
You snapped the photo.
Damn me. Damn me. Where the hell is the button for that? I'm still getting used to doing this on my phone.
Oh, see, they have an app for that.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
What happened to your desk setup, your whole broadcast setup that you had going on?
Well, I have rearranged the whole upstairs and modification Charlie. That's what I do.
Are you nesting?
I am nesting. Yes. Yes, I am gathering feathers and making
When are you due? When's the package arrive?
Yeah, there we go. No, actually we took down 3 incredibly huge ass trees that were really close to the house, and there was a very high probability that there could be an accident.
So you rearranged.
So I rearranged.
Gotcha.
I was like, get all my good shit under cover, and that way, if
any dead tree carcass comes falling through the roof, I don't want my shit hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I want to keep the good shit good, and I'll claim the rest on the insurance.
So what are you going to do with all the? What are you going to do with all the new wood?
What's that?
What are you going to do with all the new wood?
Oh shit! It's already cut up and drying right now.
Oh, you just firewooded it? You just firewooded it? You didn't board it out and build a deck on the house or anything out of it?
No.
Why not?
No, it's going to be all firewood.
Oh, okay.
Winter. Heat. Warmth.
I'll have to explain to you the whole trying to put a deck around this house. It just doesn't freaking work.
I know, because it's stuck on the side of a rock. I know. I've seen it.
No. It's the snow.
Oh, yeah. Snow load.
Yeah, so what I'm actually looking at doing is, you know how they use that, and it's not exactly the same stuff, but you know the platform that they use for mezzanines? It's
like
going to be smaller
metal
in size, but I'm looking at putting a deck out the back with a mezzanine type material, because that way the snow will actually pass right through it.
Like a expanded metal type of stuff. Yeah.
Yes, exactly right. And then during the summer, you just roll out like you know how they have the outdoor mats, and then that way you could create a patio out on it. But what I've come to learn, living in this canyon, living in this house, and having as much snow dumped on me as has been in the past, it's what the snow wants before what Charlie wants. So I have to make everything wrapped around the snow, and then Charlie can have what he wants.
I got you.
So yeah, it's a big deal. But yeah, removal of those 3 trees allows me to move forward with a project to replace my shitty ass garage, which is lovingly known as the haunted house.
Nice.
So yeah, it's going to be nice.
Send me some drone video.
Next spring.
Send me some drone video.
What's that?
I want to see some drone video where you cut the trees down and shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'll get you some pictures. The size of the trees, there were 3 that went out. One was about 24. The next one is probably 30, and the other one's 36 to 30. Well, I got to throw a measure on, but it's just shy of 40 inches.
Big trees.
Yeah. They had a crew up here with a crane and everything to take it out. They had to disconnect power lines.
Wow.
It was quite an event.
Cost you a bundle?
No, actually, it was. We shared it between my neighbor and I, because they were on the. It was on the property line, and a crew of 4 with a crane and all that stuff. They worked here from 8 until probably 3:30, 4 o'clock, and our bill was $2,400 for 3 trees.
Shit, that's
not bad at all.
Nope. Usually it's
they did a great
$100 a foot.
Yeah, they did a great job too. And then I was home that day and I watched the whole thing, and it was really amazing to watch how you disassemble a tree in a very, very small area, because the area they had was only 12 feet wide, and they had about 25 feet in depth, and they disassembled those trees ricky tick. And I was very impressed by the work that they did. It was cool to watch.
With the crane, did they go up in a basket and bring them down from the top down, dropping them, or did they use the crane to actually grab it and take it out?
What they did is they had a special. What they would do is they would take the basket up really high, and they would wrap a rope with an eyelet on it, and then they would put the rope through there, and there you have the 2 guys on the ground, and then the guy in the basket would wrap it around the limb that was going to come down, and he cut it, and it would just swing down,
belay it down,
and then they would lower it to the ground.
Yep.
And I tell you what, it was amazing. It was I was concerned that they were going to hit my shitty ass garage or my neighbor's good garage, and
hey man, that would have been free shit for you, because they're insured.
You know what? I don't. I think the insurance company would be like, yeah, right, okay. This is like from this is from the 40s, dude. That's not
That don't
fly.
matter. That don't matter. If it was a structure and it got damaged by them, it gets repaired.
It needs replacing.
Yeah, it gets repaired.
You know what I would be able to afford with the condition it's in right now is probably about a porta potty. That's about all I get out of it.
Just as long as it's got a flush handle, you know.
Yeah.
Don't want to have to turn no
One
valves.
of those little things with the hand sanitizer. That's what I want.
Right.
But no. So I got a buddy of mine that's a general contractor, and he's starting to pull the numbers together to actually put in the foundation and tear everything up, and then put in a foundation and start building an actual.
And we lost him.
Property.
Oh,
it doesn't have a garage at all.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
No, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, you cut out for just a minute, but that's okay.
Did I? Sorry about that.
You're all right. So you're getting a
no,
garage. That's cool.
They said I have a buddy of mine that's working up some numbers to
put down the foundation. Yep. We got that, and then right after that, you kind of cut out for a second.
Right after that, I all right. Yeah. So we're working those numbers right now, and looking at the loans and what I can actually fund myself, and try to cut the loan like in half. So, but just baby steps, but it'll be good because it'll increase the property value quite a bit, which would be nice.
I miss you, Charlie.
What's that?
I said I miss you, Charlie.
We'll have another pint and say we're friends. We're good.
10-4.
All right, Dave. We got about 25 minutes left. Blast us with another headline.
Dave, can I have a word with Dave a second, please?
He's getting ready to do a headline, so you can wait till the headline's over.
It is an headline. Okay. Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing with, Iran. It's a gimmick. Come on. Do me a favour. Luke, what's been happening is, I've been seeing reports of Saudi Arabia cutting off oil to certain areas due to Houthi attacks on their stuff. So, do you think it's going to be a big bang bang whack whack wallop soon?
I don't know. I really don't have an opinion, man. Things change every single day. You look at all the fiery talk Trump is doing in North Korea, and then they're sitting down and giving each other reach around.
Yeah,
it's hard to do the same thing with Iran, or whether the Ayatollah goes for it or not. I don't think the Ayatollah will play the same game that Kim did. I think the Ayatollah.
The Trump, or the Trumpet, as Nostradamus likes to call them, or the Book of Revelations. No, the Book of Revelations, the trumpets are the 7 trumpets of angels and that. But no, the Nostradamus does call him a trumpet, and he does say, he does say that he is going to go to war with a person who's broken a deal with. A deal broken, and a lot of blood will be shed. So the deal has been broken between Trump and Iran. Now we are seeing the
Wait. Back up for just a second. What deal between Trump and Iran was broken?
Well, the deal which he inherited from
from Barry, the non-existent deal that nobody ever signed. That was just deal. Like 6 big pallets of fucking cash went over there on a plane.
Who made the deal? It's a deal.
They never signed anything. Those papers were never signed.
It makes no odds whether it was a deal. It's a deal.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, and it was broken. Okay.
Well, either way, the Iran's pissed because Trump pulled out of the the so-called deal, and they're pissed ever since. But when if we go to war with Iran, which General Wesley Clark showed that list of 7 countries in 5 years, which were behind on the timeline, Iran has always been the target.
I got to tell you, man, I get really pissed when I got to pull out too. So I mean, I don't fault them for that.
And who's the national security advisor in the Donald Trump administration?
Yeah, John Bolton, Mister. He wants a war with Iran.
John Bolton, yeah.
But the whole deal is this, though, is that Bolton was against North Korea and Russia, and now Bolton's kissing their ass because he don't want to lose his sweet job he has in the White House now. So Bolton's doing whatever Trump tells him to do because Bolton don't want to lose his fucking job. He made it to the fucking West Wing, and he doesn't want to kick out, so he's throwing all of his fucking visions out the window for Donald Trump.
We are walking into a sweet war with Iran. Big time, because the CIA are in Iran trying to overthrow the regime.
Well, yeah, we're trying to get them overthrown like Ukraine.
Yeah, because every day I
can imagine that Mossad's over there also. I can imagine MI6 is over there also.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure that Spetsnaz is probably over there also watching everything that the CIA and MI6 and the Mossad agents are doing, and there's
a lot of stuff going on in Iran at the moment. Hell of a lot
fucking
of stuff.
theater.
It's not being reported.
Well, the deal is this: if we go to war with Iran, it's not going to be because of our interest; it's going to be because of Israel's interest.
That's because we're their bitch.
Saudi and Israel want us to go to war with Iran.
Talk to me about Israel.
We're their bitch.
Yeah, we are. We really, truly are. And I'm not being anti-Semitic by saying that, but we are.
We're Britain's bitch, too, because the banks own this fucking country, and all the banks are run out of London. So, there you go. We're their bitch, too.
On a different tax now in UK? Talk about anti-Semitic. Okay. There's a major thing in the UK about Jeremy Corbyn. Again. They're trying to get rid of him. Because there's a anti-Semitic thing going against him. 9 days ago, Mark Regev.
Be right back.
Mark Regev of the Israeli Foreign Ministry of the UK Israeli side was spotted walking into the Foreign Office. There was a big hoo-ha. You can Google that. I will Google that later on. I don't want to guess. There was a big hoo-ha in the UK. Who will be the next Foreign Secretary? But now it's Jeremy. Anyway, Jeremy Hunt.
Say that again.
Jeremy. Jeremy. Anyway, right. I can't stand him. He's destroyed the NHS, and he's going to destroy the UK. So. Basically, what's going on is he was spotted going in the Foreign Office, and now there's a big hoo-ha going on in the UK against the Labour Party, which is run by Jeremy Corbyn, who is socialist, far left, you could say, but no, socialist, I would say. And saying that he is anti-Semitic because he said some 5-10 years ago he commented on a mural which was posted on Facebook stating that the Jews were the bankers and stuff like that, which is fact, but you don't do that when you are in office or running for office. Okay, but then again, he has apologised for that, and he said that's enough. Now, the Israelis are not happy about that, so they want to get rid of Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, there's some Israeli butthurts out there.
They're afraid of a socialist United Kingdom.
Oh my gosh.
That's scary. And that's the truth. because a person who I follow called I don't know he's a reporter for the Sun newspaper. He got some information from somebody, and he outed Mark Regav as the one as a plotter to remove Jeremy Corbyn again. He's went through one leadership challenge. He's going to go through another one because the right are worried about him getting in charge. And this is Israel.
Mm. Wow.
Anyway, if he did get in charge, he's a Brexiteer, so it makes it really odds. We will be leaving the EU, so it makes it odds. And I prefer him in charge than the Wicked Witch of the North. So.
Is that about it?
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Back over to you, Dave.
Okay.
This came out today. Says UN chief warns staff, member states, we're running out of cash. Says UN chief Antonio Guterres has warned staff that the world body's running out of cash and urged member states to pay what they owe as soon as possible.
Everybody get your printers ready, mate.
It says Guterres said in a letter sent to member states on Wednesday that as of June 30th, the core UN budget had a deficit of $139 million. And the United Nations had never faced such a difficult cash flow situation this early in the calendar year.
Well, shit. Just tell the Fed to turn the printing presses on and Bob's your uncle. It's all taken care of.
What you would think.
Yep, all better.
Printers, get the printers going. Come on.
I mean, why don't they just go to the World Bank? They're all part of the same trilateral.
Well, they're saying that not enough of the UN countries is paying their share. Kind of like what UN's saying with NATO members. Now the UN's saying it with UN members. Oh, you're not paying your share, and other ones are.
Maybe it's because most of the countries around the planet are broke. You know, I mean, there's been this thing going on for about the last 15 years called the transfer of wealth from the have-nots to the haves, which is the opposite of what it's supposed to be. But everything in this planet's upside down, so, you know, that part of the course.
It's okay if we talk about the weather.
What?
Weather. Hot weather. Climate change.
What?
What would that have to do with the transfer of wealth, though?
I was just wondering that myself.
I was just curious.
Carry on, Dave. Carry on, Dave.
I'm awfully sorry.
Well, I did see a stat yesterday they put out saying that climate change is causing more suicides in this world.
And because it's so hot. Like I am. It's 29 degrees C in this bedroom.
It's 69 here, man.
69? Jeez, you need to send that shit down here. What the hell?
Is that Fahrenheit or?
Yeah, 69 degrees Fahrenheit here. That's cold for into July, man.
Yeah, we live in America, JR. That's
Pardon?
We don't use the metric shit over here.
Yeah, it was
87. 87 degrees here in Mountain Home.
Right, it's 29 degrees Celsius in the UK.
So that's like what, 4.5 degrees or something. Oh, that Celsius shit fucks me up. I don't know.
Hot. And it's red.
Hot.
It's not. It's not a.
See, at 29 over here, water freezes.
It's 80 right now.
The humidity's been off the fucking charts here, man. I mean,
that's
just
something
stupid.
I do not miss.
Yeah.
I do not miss humidity.
Yeah.
I did,
and it's been triple digits. I mean, like you'll be driving down the road and the radio will say it's 97 degrees in Mountain Home because they never let it go to 100 on the radio. Never.
No.
But
you go by the bank and it says 107. It's like, hey, you guys are off. So yeah. And
Jimmy,
the dashboard, it just gives up after a while. The display just goes, man, it's fucking hot, right?
Yeah, it's up.
It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Right. Go ahead,
I
JR.
did hear on your last show that you did say you wanted to take the show down a different path, which is an excellent idea.
Well, thank you very much.
And I would support that.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to do that?
Probably.
So yes.
That's why I said it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Glad I could help you out. You are so fun to have on the show, JR. I can't even...
You guys need a room. That's what I'm thinking. You guys need to work your shit out.
All right. Go ahead, David. What else you got over there on your stack of stuff?
They just had a big earthquake in Mount Kilauea. They said a 5.3. They said Kilauea just underwent a collapse event, putting out a force equivalent to that of a 5.3 earthquake.
Those have been happening almost on a daily basis over there for damn near a month.
That thing keeps collapsing
the crater,
and collapsing and collapsing.
Have you seen
go right off into the ocean, man?
The satellite shots too of the crater on top of the Kilauea just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And what was it, about a week and a half ago, or a little more than a week and a half ago? I saw video of that lava river, and that fucking shit was hauling ass toward the ocean, man. I don't think I've ever seen a lava flow move that fast in my life. And they said it had to be under some kind of pressure, to just come squirting out of the ground like that. So, I don't know, man. The only thing you can say is that Hawaii is getting a bunch more free real estate. In 150 years, there'll be some fantastic homes sitting on top of that shit.
You know what? It's time to buy. Buy right now.
Yep. I want stock in lava.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want smoking or semi-smoking? I mean, price goes up for semi-smoking.
Smoking then, because it'll be semi-smoking soon enough.
You damn right it is. You're a smart shopper.
They said that, and you can see some of the USGS footage of the guys that are flying around in the choppers off the coast, watching that crap hit the water. The laze, they call this stuff laze, is in the steam that comes off of the ocean. And it's like little fine particles of glass. And if you start inhaling that shit, it fucks you up. So they got these warnings.
Inhalant.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, basically, that's basically what it is, right? But it's like
glass. It's glass.
Yeah. No, glass. Yeah. Volcanic glass.
I know it's glass. I'm saying it's glass.
Yeah.
It's like
tiny bits of glass.
Shards, yeah. So there's all kinds of warnings about staying out of the steam vents.
I know what it is. Nasty.
Yeah. And then what was it? A week ago, that boat got hit by the lava bomb or whatever, and it broke that chick's leg. And oh fuck, just crazy.
Number one, why the hell were they in that place?
They got tour boats that do that on a daily basis out there, actually, because there's constantly volcanic vents spewing into the ocean.
I know, yeah, but it's good to look at.
Well, there was a massive explosion, a steam explosion that they weren't anticipating. You know what I mean? The Coast Guard,
be in that area if you paid me.
The Coast Guard and the National Guard, I think, have a no-go zone around where this vent's occurring, and it's like 3 nautical miles or something like that. And I don't know if they were inside that no-go zone or not. If they were, that captain of that boat's going to get fucking hammered. But
it's not good.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it, so I don't know. By the way, everybody, Lance evidently is not going to make it for the show tonight. I guess he turned into a lazy bitch and went to bed.
Come on, Lance.
Yeah. Yesterday he sent me a video, or a couple days ago he sent me a video of his new toy. I might share it with people on Facebook. I don't know. It's got his face in it, so I don't know if he wants it on Facebook or not. But it's like my old jet boat, only a little bit smaller. And it's a Sea-Doo, not a Yamaha. It looks really, really fun.
Sea-Doo. Right.
It looks really, really fun, though. It's set up for skiing, right? Like you got the pilot's chair, and then over on the other side of the boat, there's one chair facing backwards so that they can watch the skier. And then behind that's 3 small seats for, if you want other people on board or whatever. But yeah, it looks pretty fun. Looks fast. I miss going fast on the water. Well, I got the jet ski, so we're
That's
good.
cool.
Yep. All right. 20 minutes. What's up, Dave?
They're saying that the White House has come out and said the plane containing remains of 55 fallen U.S. service members from the Korean War is returning back from North Korea right now.
Wow.
But they're saying it could take up to 5 years to see if these are even people because they're coming. North Korea's sending them back in little boxes. And, it's been, 60-something years. So
there'll still be DNA in them bones. They'll be able to tell if they're human or not right off the bat.
Well, they said that, what's it say right here? It says that North Korea has a checkered history in returning remains. It sent a box of bones to a Japanese family of a woman who had been kidnapped by North Korean agents, claiming it contained her remains. DNA testing determined they were animal bones.
Yeah.
And so, these are just bones is all they are. And they said that bones and dust, because North Korea didn't keep them in any kind of state where you could determine anything.
So I'm smelling a round 2 of the tension coming on, because if they did send that over, then it's going to create a national embarrassment, and then Trump's going to go back over there again.
Well,
no,
Trump's going to claim that we got our soldiers back, but the deal is we don't know that till they all get verified, which they said could take a minimum of 5 years. So for Trump to claim any victory right now to say we got our boys back, that's very misspoken.
They have to get DNA from the families and compare the DNA that they take from the bones to that of the families to even find out if it's part of the family or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right. It's going to take a long time, man.
They said up to 5 years minimum.
Yeah, Trump will send a tweet out about it, I'm sure.
He already has.
At some
he
point.
already has.
Oh, see, well, there you go. Thanks, Trump. I mean, you're just like fucking clockwork.
Or somebody in this administration already has. I just seen it real briefly on Twitter, but
thanks, Rocket Man, for sending back the bones.
Oh God, what a whooppies. Anyway.
But this came out tonight too. It says coalition admits 1,000 plus civilian deaths from airstrikes in Iraq and Syria. It says U.S.-led coalition today acknowledged the deaths of 1,059 civilians from its aerial bombings against ISIS in Iraq and Syria.
Only 1,000?
It seems kind of low to me, but they're saying 1,059. Like they know every single civilian that we killed with a bomb?
Yeah, exactly,
I don't think so.
They count them 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I bet.
Anyway. You said, what was that deal that us, Trump, Putin, Germany, and Netanyahu all made up with those white helmets, 800 of them or something, we let across into Israel, and Israel sent them to Jordan. We brought them in from Quneitra because they were getting ready to get pounded by Assad.
Yeah.
Because he knows that he knows that they're rebel allied.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
And the deal is Putin said, all right, you can send them to Jordan, but he said that they got to go through Israel first. Putin wouldn't go with us directly, sending them to Jordan. For some reason, Putin wanted Israel to take them, then from Israel to Jordan. Why Putin thought that.
How can anybody believe anything that they do after the mannequin challenge video that they put out? Yep. That blew me away. That they would even give them any credence whatsoever after that happened, I don't know. But then again, we keep saying it on almost every show. This entire planet is fucking upside down. So it's just par for the course, man. A little more sheeple beat. Those white helmet boys, they're just so nice. They save all those.
Is it okay if we talk about the weather?
Didn't you just talk about the weather 2-3 minutes ago? JR told us how hot it was over there.
Everybody's dying. Look, lads, everybody's dying. Come on, let's talk about the weather.
Everybody's dying.
Well, the weather kills a lot of people too.
Yes, and it's unprecedented. We're all dying.
You start dying the minute you're born.
Shut up.
You do.
So,
that's true. But then again, not the weather kills me. Never.
I thought you didn't go outside, so what the fuck do you care what the weather's doing? You just told us a little bit ago you didn't go outside.
It's too hot.
You're not outside, so don't worry about it.
No, I'm a little Englishman, and it's too hot.
You don't go outside. So what?
I don't go outside. I don't go outside.
Okay, so are you agoraphobic or are you not agoraphobic?
This is a shut-in.
Agoraphobic.
Huh?
Agoraphobic.
It's pronounced agoraphobia.
Okay.
Are you agoraphobic or not? Do you go outside or do you not go outside?
I do go outside.
All right, then you're not agoraphobic.
I have.
Didn't you say that you used to go out and work your greenhouse on the other edge of town?
And you can see my pictures.
Oh, he posted pictures of it too.
Then how can you be agoraphobic if you go outside?
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can be. If you say agoraphobic, I say agoraphobic.
Agrophobic would be someone that's scared of growing things.
No, agoraphobic is being. Stop winding up.
Stop winding you up. I think the Pints did that even before you got on the air. Huh? Okay.
Pints?
Okay.
I actually want to know what the pints are because I want to have some.
They work pretty good.
Yes.
I only have 4 pints of them Fosters.
Fosters.
Be quiet.
Fosters. Australian for beer.
Australian Fosters, man. Anyway.
Do you know that if you go to Australia and you order Fosters, everyone laughs at you in the bar?
Yeah, and that reminds me, there were reports of red-headed. I'm not going to say this.
Carnivorous.
No, there were reports of red-headed Scottish people in Scotland spontaneously combusting because it's so bloody hot. I'm not going to do this. No, that's not so fun.
I watched a dog walking down the road and 5 fleas burst into flames on his ass.
Exactly that. Behave your bloody self.
All right. Save us, David, please. Come up with something amazing to talk about right now.
This story just
like
came
weather.
out.
Weather would be great.
Yeah. I was going to say...
It's fucking
hot! It's Dave's turn!
Laurie,
it's fucking hot in England.
Save us.
That's the weather.
We need a prepping to save us from this hot weather. Prepping would be a good idea to talk about to save us from this hot weather.
Yeah,
why not talk about prepping?
Shove them up your
How
ass.
can we save it?
Charlie with the zinger! I'm sending you a gold star, motherfucker. That was awesome.
Ice cubes, yeah. Fine.
Got to cool your core, right?
That was fucking beautiful, man. Oh shit. That was worth doing the show right there. That Yep. How many words was that? Shove an ice cube up your ass. 6 words. We're worth the whole fucking show.
That's what Billy Connolly says when he farts them out. They come out as ice cubes.
No, they're called snow cones.
You reversed Billy Connolly's joke.
Shave lemon ice. Eat it up.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, behave yourself.
I love you, Charlie.
La.
You're my homie. David, we got 10 minutes, man. We got.
Yeah, please save us. Save us.
You know, this came out tonight. It says Henry Kissinger pushed Trump to work with Russia to box in China. It says the former Secretary of State pushed one president to use China to isolate the Soviet Union. These days, he's counseling almost the reverse, and officials are listening. It says Henry Kissinger suggested to President Donald Trump that the United States should work with Russia to contain a rising China. The former Secretary of State who famously engineered the tactic of establishing diplomatic relations with China in order to isolate the Soviet Union, pitched almost reverse of that idea to Trump during a series of private meetings during the presidential transition. And it says the potential strategy would use closer relations with Russia, along with other countries in the region, to box in China's growing power and influence. It says Kissinger also pitched the idea to Jared Kushner, the top White House advisor whose portfolio includes foreign policy matters. And it says, inside the administration, the proposal has found receptive ears with some of Trump's top advisors. In addition to officials in the State Department, Pentagon, and National Security Council, also floating a strategy of using closer relations with Moscow to contain Beijing. It says, but the idea has been complicated by the president's deference to Russian President Vladimir Putin, which has caused countless domestic political headaches. And it says, the mere fact that Kissinger was given an audience to make his pitch, he's met with Trump at least 3 times since the 2016 campaign, is a testament to his tremendous staying power in top political circles, despite a controversial foreign policy track record that includes numerous accusations of war crimes. It also is a reflection of how dramatically geopolitical relations have changed during the course of his lifetime. And I stated this a while ago. Kissinger is BFFs with Trump, BFFs with Putin, and they are trying to pull Russia away from China.
I remember listening to Henry Kissinger talk on the news back when I was a kid, okay, in the 70s. I remember hearing him talk in the 80s, and you could barely understand him back then.
Yep.
This fucking cat is pushing 100 years old. Do you, honest to God, think that he can make any sense whatsoever? I'm guaranteeing you he has to have his diaper changed 4 times a day. I bet you. How in the fuck?
3 times a day.
Look, I'm trying to look, man. Senator Byrd only made it to 90, right? And then they had to get his fucking ass out of Congress because nobody could understand him any longer, and he was just making no sense whatsoever. This fucking dude, he's been around as long as I've been alive. It's time for him to go the fuck away. I'm not going to keep going on it. I can't stand even the name Kissinger.
Jimmy,
can't
listen.
Well, that tells you that Trump's part of the game.
Yeah, and he is not speaking for anyone. I promise you that. This is just agenda-driven drivel. That this is part of the game that they're playing, and they're putting it all in Kissinger's lap. Look, I don't even think I've heard the fucking guy speak since 2016 because I don't think he can anymore.
I think it's Nixon 2.0. And I was going to ask if Ken Starr could have impeached Bill Clinton for doing harmonica, then how is Trump escaping?
Because he hasn't done anything to be impeached.
Well, what did Bill Clinton do?
He got his dick sucked in the Oval Office. Don't you remember?
Oh, right. I got you. Right, you've got to be inside state-sponsored area. And
then he lied to Congress by saying, well, it depends on what the definition of is.
Okay, enough already.
I didn't have sexual relations with that woman.
I know, we know all the else. I know.
And the big spooge stain on the dress, I think, was some evidence.
Enough already.
Okay.
Enough.
Okay. Well, you're the one that asked.
I know. I'm wrong.
Okay. How could you forget that?
It was a protein artifact.
Exactly. I was a bit young at the time as well.
The one thing that just blows me up about that entire story, and I still get a giggle out of it, was the fact that she actually told the news that when she went home from the event, she told her mama, I got a little Clinton spooge on me. And mama said, save that dress. That was just beautiful. I was like, the chick knew that it was a cash day right then, boy.
Oh my god.
Okay, so anyway, that was funny. Actually, Monica Lewinsky, I don't know if you guys have seen her lately, but she ain't half bad looking anymore, man. She's lost a ton of fucking weight. She's got her own purse line where she's making specialty purses for people and selling them online and whatever. But yeah, they did an interview with her, and I think I caught it like a year and a half ago or something, and I was like, "That's Monica Lewinsky? Damn, I'd fucking do her too."
I don't think Ken.
She didn't look fat like she did back then, huh? What is your obsession with Ken Starr, man? Do you got like the hots for this cat or something? Because you mentioned it in.
I'm the same.
Okay. How much time we got? We got 5 minutes, Dave. Come on, throw one in there, man. Speedball it.
Spunk pocket purses. That's.
I heard one thing today that someone asked a question. Says, "Has Trump ever had sex with a woman for free?"
According to some people, his daughter.
Okay, I'm going to prep for the hot weather.
What?
We're
going to prep for the hot weather. Are we prepping for the hot weather? The climate change.
Charlie already gave it to you, man. He gave you the big. Send it to him in an email, Charlie. I think he needs
hot as balls. Hot as balls.
Hot as balls.
Hot as balls. Right. Fine. Okay. See, if Laurie was here, we would be talking about prepping for hot weather, and because a lot of people are dying.
Laurie didn't even make it into the chat.
Laurie, hi. We need to talk about this.
Laurie doesn't love us anymore.
No.
She does.
No.
We need to talk about this, Jimmy.
Maybe on the next show. We'll see.
It's a hot subject. It's a hot subject.
Maybe on the next show.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to.
We'll discuss swamp coolers.
Think whole tray of ice. That's all you need to know.
No. It's called prepping for
and an enema bag.
What's that?
And an enema bag.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, if you throw those ice chunks into a Cuisinart, I'm sure you could fit them through that tube.
I'm telling
Jimmy,
you.
Yes.
this planet.
It's like
planet.
hey, I know. We'll dedicate a portion of next show, and I almost said next week's, but I'm not promising shit.
No, don't do anything. Don't do anything.
We'll dedicate a portion of the next show to slushy butts for JR.
No, not for me.
We'll hook your keister to an icy machine and pull the lever live on YouTube.
No.
And cool you right down.
Oh, do I have a video to send to you, Jimmy?
Oh, God damn. You and my brother Trace, dude, you guys send me some of the most fucked up shit.
Oh, I think I might even top Trace on this one.
I am not looking forward to it.
Oh, you should not, but you will.
If it has... Never mind.
I've been following the charts.
It better not have any midgets in it.
Nope, no midgets.
Okay.
But they're Irish.
Oh, fuck.
I've been following the charts, and it's not looking good. Okay?
What charts are you following? Star charts?
No, my charts.
Navigational charts?
No, my charts.
Your charts?
Yes. My charts.
And what kind of charts do you make? The same
charts that said we're going to get a 1976 summer in the United Kingdom, and we've got it. My charts. Okay, because I know what I'm talking about, okay?
Even though everybody's bitching about all this hot weather, there's only been 4 records broken yet this year. So it's not near as hot as it used to be back in the day.
Now, later.
Okay.
Because what's happening now is we're getting all the nice stuff. You wait until later. It will be a torrent to make up for what we've lost.
A torrent of what?
Water.
Okay. So you're calling for a rainy fall?
No. We are going to have one hell of a winter.
Oh,
one hell of a snowstorm. It's going to be terrible.
Well, it's about time.
I know that. No. We had this in April, March. What we had in March was the beast from the east. Basically, it was an Atlantic storm coming from the
you got 15 seconds west, to wrap up this.
And okay, it was an Atlantic storm coming from the west, hitting the Siberian cold weather, and it
Siberian?
came down as an absolute snowstorm. There were drifts 30 foot tall. Now, what I'm talking is now, this year is going to be a torrent of terrible stuff. And also, they found life and water on Mars. Excellent. Okay, tally ho.
So a second a gallon of gas ready to go for my snowblower. That's all I got out of that.
And also, there's life on Mars. Aliens.
I'm not saying it's aliens.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying it's aliens.
Well, he's getting better. He doesn't do it 15 minutes out. He does it 15 seconds out. That's awesome. Good job. Good job, JR.
Saved it till the end.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Nice, all, mate. Good night.
It's
David.
a cliffhanger.
Thanks, JR. Love you, buddy.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, JR.
Night.
David, you got any?
Night, Charlie.
You got any end
Night,
of the
Dave.
night headlines?
Night, Jimmy. Night, John Boy and Lucy Lou.
Bye. Night.
Got any closing headlines, David? Any breaking news?
I just broke some wind.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is
That's
great.
What I
That
call
is
breaking news.
That's
Dude,
the way
I saw that band in concert. They are awesome. Breaking Wind. Oh, fuck yeah.
All righty.
Dave, you shit.
No, he just broke wind. He's lucky.
Yeah.
He didn't have to run and wipe.
You don't want to break shit.
Yeah, he opened for the Turtles.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right. Good night, everybody.
Where's the damn music?
It's coming. I'm waiting for you fucking people to shut up.
Fuck, cut us off.
Right.
All
Man in
right.
charge.
All right.
You're
I'm
the
going to cut you
manager.
guys off
Shit.
then.
You
Good
got
night,
the
Charlie.
mug.
Good night, David.
Hello.
Good night,
Good
JR.
night. Good night.
Thanks for
Where's
coming
the
on.
music?
Right.
Where's the fucking
Lance,
music?
Lance, you're a lazy bitch. Good night, guys. All right. I hung up on him. I had to. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. So don't hate me, Charlie. You guys know how I end it all anyway, right? I hang up on him usually anyway because I have to. Otherwise, I couldn't get my last word in because somebody else would try. With all that crap said, don't count on me coming back next weekend or next week because I'm probably not going to. It'll probably be a couple more weeks before I do another show. If I do another show, I just leave that hanging out there because I can. Keeps you guys on the edge of your seat. Anyway, love, peace, and cookies, everybody. See you when I see you.
Burning rubber down on Main Street. Pop the hood, give me a little peek. Hanging with a dozen friends or two. Radio's playing for me and you. Blue lights coming round. Pulled over at the edge of town. He said, y'all in hot water now. We thought we were cool. Hot water cool. Trouble, we broke the rules. Hot water cool. Tripping out on the lake. Skipping rocks against the wake. Floating rivers and tumbling in. Sandy beaches just built for sin. Kicked the lights off, pulled in the drive. Saw your dad standing just outside. He yelled, you're in hot water now. We thought we were cool. Hot water cool. Sometimes we just played the fool. Hot water cool. something more. Mark my words, I have to say, we couldn't ask for better days. Last night we drove to the dump, all the way to Highway 61. We yelled, we're in hot water now. Yeah, we were cool, hot water cool. Trouble, trouble, we broke the rules. Hot water cool, so cool, so cool. On the night they met, they talked around the world, both looking for answers. Sometimes just get burned, but they kept on dreaming, 'cause they can't see past the stars. Guess it don't matter.